My father and I had extensive discussions about LSD, hallucinogens, and psychedelics. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been all there and done that." And some of his friends didn't come back, so he actually very much shunned the psychedelic experience. And all it takes is a few bad trips, and someone who has anxiety and gets sick, for them to put down their curiosity in terms of experimentation and exploration with psychedelics and shun them. And my dad kept these illustrations hidden from Andreas and I because he felt that a lot of his peers in his generation with psychedelics, they went on trips and they didn't come back. And as you can see here, this is he's a master artist with perspective, and he's having this almost nightmarish kind of thing going on. And he was working at the time as an illustrator for these album covers, and I had mentioned earlier you saw some of the Jimi Hendrix ones that he did, and he felt that it was like a sellout to work in Manhattan, put a suit and tie on, and doing all that. Illustration to him, he felt was a lower form of art, and he somehow never felt proud of these beautiful drawings that he made, and some of them, as you can see here with this one, are just so spectacular and psychedelic. And I remember seeing this as a young child, thinking how wonderful, and this was like happier times. And his like, I don't know, my father's attitude towards the psychedelic was sort of like, it's not as profound. But I found it amazing. And here, all these beautiful works of art my dad just hid. He was proud to display this and other beautiful paintings, especially this one. This was his favorite, and we watch this all, look at this all the time. But these, he felt were like the mediocre, and I was like, Dad, look at that, damn, and here, this is why he quit as a commercial artist, and nobody respected him for not being famous, because he didn't want to sell out and be just a number, like a corporate puppet who would be, instructed to draw stuff. But as you can see here, you can see in the background there's a mushroom. And I asked him once, I said, Dad, did you ever eat magic mushrooms? He said, yeah, I did that, and the LSD came around, and some of his friends just never came back, and it's extremely terrifying at first. You do have to work some things out. It's going to be scary. And so here he's contemplating whether or not to be a commercial artist with my mom, become another number, a sellout, and be an illustrator drawing what people want him to versus what he wants to. And I think it was at this time where he told me that he was smoking grass, and he had not really been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis yet. He wasn't sick. He had recently met my mom on the subway train the day John F. Kennedy was shot. So they bonded over that on the subway. They bonded over him getting shot on the subway, and it was just amazing. Now, I have some photographs here that are so incredibly amazing that I can only show the top half. Now, if you look at this photograph, that's Annie Sprinkle, and my uncle, my father's brother. I forget her name, and gosh, I forget her name too. And this is the kind of like scene that I grew up with, thinking this was normal, and the outlaw biker thing was like a reality for me. I had a very special, blessed childhood, very fantastic, happy, beautiful family My father, not so much. My dad's family was extremely dysfunctional, and our family really was our friends. And that was us. We were a tight knit unit. My mom, my dad, my brother, and me. It's just kind of how the family was. And I can't tell you how much I miss my brother. I miss my brother to death. The dude's a fucking paratrooper. He jumped out of planes. He was trained, and they made him cannon fodder and experimented on him. And he's got like, all this like training and just tripped out dude, And I just feel bad that he's not trying to help me preserve all this. I mean, Dad left all these secret little things. I'm just still finding them now. I can't even tell you how intricate it's like carefully. These are memories for him that were so raw and painful. John F. Kennedy getting shot by my dad was, he said, when they shot Kennedy, the country would have been so much different if they didn't shoot Kennedy and John Lennon.